Speaking of Nancy Pelosi, it's the end of an era in some ways, right? Today, announcing that she will not seek re-election as leader of the House Democratic Conference after nearly 20 years. But still, Pelosi will stay on for another term. She's also said that it's time to pass the gavel to a new generation. Watch.
We must move boldly into the future. I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress. For me, the hour's come for a new generation to lead the Democratic caucus that I so deeply respect.
The move, of course, comes a day after Republicans gained control of the House, with Kevin McCarthy potentially on his way to become the next speaker. So with Nancy gone, who's going to lead the Democrats? Let's get into it with tonight's party panel. Host of the Jason Rantz Show, it's Jason Rantz, Democratic strategist and former Biden campaign surrogate, Kevin Walling, and president of Meslansky and Partners, Lee Carter, is here with us as well. Jason, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. Your reaction to what the speaker had to say today. I mean, after 20 years, maybe it is time to pass the baton on.
It was time a long time ago. I mean, look, she has held on to this role for way too long, and I think we could say that about leaders on both sides. I think there's this tendency, and I understand it, to hang on to this power because you have built up all of this momentum, you've built up all of this juice that you're basically able to use, but at the same time, it's not really inspiring. I know there are a lot of people who want to pretend that Nancy Pelosi is this inspirational figure. I keep thinking about, and I can't get it out of my head, that Rex Chapman tweet about how he's got a crush on her. It's just kind of creepy and weird. I think you need to lean into some of the younger folks. The problem with the Democrat Party right now, they don't have that many younger people that they can turn to that are ready for positions in leadership. I mean, you have AOC, who's the youngest leader of this party. She's obviously not ready for it. And I don't think Hakeem Jeffries, who's the one who appears to be the next in line, I just don't think he has what it takes.
Yeah, Kevin, I want to go to you on that a little bit more and talk about sort of who will be able to step up the plate and fill those very big shoes that Nancy's leaving behind?
Yeah, Jackie, it's a good question. I don't think anyone can actually fill Nancy Pelosi's shoes. I think she's a once-in-a-generation speaker. She's the longest speaker in modern history and has a record of accomplishment that speaks for itself. But listen, I'm fired up to what Ben was saying earlier and what Jason just said. You know, we've got the next generation of Democrats that are ready to take over leadership in the House of Representatives with Hakeem Jeffries, who's been part of Democratic leadership for some time. You've got Catherine Clark from Massachusetts, Pete Aguilar from California. This is the next generation that can win back the House of Representatives in just 2 years. And you compare that, as President Biden likes to say all the time, don't compare me to the almighty, compare me to the alternative. And you've got a lot of infighting that you're seeing going on the Republican side. We don't know necessarily, Jackie, to your point, if Kevin McCarthy has the votes to become Speaker. Right. He came up short in the leadership conversations that have been going on. So I think you're seeing a really united Democratic caucus on the heels of both Steny Hoyer and Nancy Pelosi stepping aside.
You bring up some good points there. And Lee, I want to come to you on this issue, right? Fresh leadership possibly on both sides. I mean, we're sort of setting up here for a new era, not just with Nancy Pelosi, but also with the Republicans. Some say that we need a leadership change. Some say it's time to reform the party a little bit, to look at the elections and the aftermath and what some of the voters had to say, and realize that it's time to make changes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most polling suggests that Americans are ready for the next generation of leadership. So Nancy Pelosi, I agree with her. She got it right when she said it's time for the next generation. It is time for the next generation. People are ready for leadership. And I'm going to wax nostalgic for a minute because Nancy Pelosi has accomplished so much. She was the first woman Speaker of the House. She was the first person to be elected in 2 separate terms, or 2 separate times as a Speaker of the House. She's accomplished a heck of a lot. And so for women across the country, she's really shown who they can be. My daughter was given a T-shirt when she was 1 that said the next Speaker of the House. You know, there's a lot of inspiration that's come from her. She's a very astute politician, and she was astute in saying it's time for her to hang it up and let the next generation rise. But I agree, as we're talking about who is the next generation, there seems to be a vacuum. I think one of the things that people underestimate is the astute political nature of some of these positions. Nancy Pelosi, an amazing politician. Mitch McConnell, an amazing politician. These folks do so much that you don't see that is so important to leadership, that experience that she has. When she says she's got the votes, she's got the votes when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
And she really knows how to run things behind the scenes. So I'm not really sure who's going to be the next leader right now that can do the same thing on the Democratic Party.
All right, we'll see,
Side
and we're
of
going to
things.
have to leave it there. Thank you so much all for being here tonight. Great to see you.
Thanks, Jackie.
All right, do you miss out on Taylor Swift's tickets this week? Did you, that is? Well, put down the ice cream and red wine because you are not alone. So who screwed this up? Taylor Swift or Ticketmaster? Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti is here to discuss his investigation next.